question I get asked all the time is, what is an exponential enterprise? So here's a definition. An exponential enterprise is one whose impact stroke output is disproportionately large, at least 10 times, 10x larger compared to its peers, because of the new organizational techniques that leverage accelerating technologies. But I also want you to think about two aspects. One, you as an individual and your exponential growth, and two, an organization. And today I'd like to just touch a little bit about you, the person, because I have 8 areas of key focus when it comes to personal growth. And you may still want to actually do an exponential growth within yourself, within the information that you know, your personal skills, experience, message, something that you want to get out to the world. So you may have a skill, something that you do right now, a business that you do, and you'd like to now take that out through a digital medium to a greater audience in a greater geography. On the organizational side, it's a bigger, obviously, capitalization. You're looking to set up a platform, and we will discuss that because it's quite complex in detail and show you the differences between a exponential organization and a traditional organization, because the exponential organizations are faster, cheaper, and just plain better. And that's why the market cap can accelerate and grow in 2 years, something that might take a normal company 40 years plus to achieve. For yourself as a person, your growth, your exponential growth is relevant to your capabilities exponentially in business. They're directly correlated. So let's look at some of the areas that I use, and there are many areas that a person can choose. For your own growth, I look at love and relationships is one of the key aspects of a human individual's needs, is that connectivity. Another one is mind and meaning, that we are pursuing a vision. And we know a lot of these things, but without going into too much detail today, you're going to have to look deep into each of these areas to learn how to extract these things, to write them down, and to really understand them relevant to your personal information, your personality, and what you want to achieve in life. Thirdly, I believe in learn and earn. The more you learn, the more you grow, the more you can earn. And as I mentioned, there's a correlation between the two. Obviously, you need to be learning the right stuff. Health and happiness. If you're unhealthy, it's very difficult to be happy. Not saying that you can't, but it's more difficult. Very important that you not only take care of your mind, your habits are key, and your physical being are key in order to grieve. You want to achieve an optimal, a 10x flow state. You want to be able to be in the best possible condition you can, and that will enable you to produce more, to be more productive. If you are out of kilter with any one of these areas, and they will never be in total unison, total harmony, because you're going to start having to put more energy into one than the other. Everything is a fluctuation. If it was that simple, it'd be fine. But the human condition is complicated. And so you need to try and pull back towards balance, but understand that you are going to be out of balance every now and then. But by having these areas, these key focus areas, you can understand and keep them forth in your mind and keep them in focus. The next one is wealth and lifestyle. A lot of times people will work 18, 16 hours a day. Some people don't want to work at all. But for those that do want to work and do business, they then forfeit their marriage, forfeit their family, forfeit their home life. You don't want to be doing that. If you've ever watched the program Alone, you'll see one of the key things when they're trying to hang out on an island on their own, surviving by themselves to win 500,000 US. In the end of the day, most of them capitulate, not just because they're hungry and miserable, because they are alone. They miss their loved ones, their families. Your wife and family are one of the things that will pull you through the most difficult times in your life. So very important to look at your wealth and lifestyle and understand a balance between the lifestyle you want to lead, and you need to design that lifestyle in consequence to the type of wealth that you want to generate and how you want to generate that wealth. What kind of business, how you're going to spend your money, how you're going to earn your money, how you're going to invest your money. These are very big subjects, and these are things you need to start delving into. Career and business, which fits straight into this. So if you're working for an organization, are you climbing the ladder? What cost or time are you going to be required? Are you required to work weekends, nights, all sorts of things? Again, if you're in your own business to start out with, you're going to be putting a certain amount of time in, and depending whether you're doing a growth business, a lifestyle, or just generating some extra revenue, you've got to think about how you're going to do these things. If you're a renegade entrepreneur, you're going to be putting a lot of time and effort into these, and you need to just think about and plan out the career that you want. What's the end goal? Legacy and leadership. Some people, aren't interested in leaving a legacy. That's fine. They don't mind if their last check bounces. For others, they want to leave a legacy. If we have children, we're already leaving a genetic legacy. So perhaps you want to leave some other contribution to humanity. How many people will be at your gravesite? So if you contribute and you want to leave a legacy, you need to think about that. How are you going to contribute? What sort of citizenship are you going to create for yourself? Productivity and performance. We know in sport it's very important, your productivity, how much you do, how much work you put in, and your performance, the results you get. And the same in business. And that's why coaches are so valuable. You don't see top sports people without a coach, without management, that are continuously looking at what they're trying to achieve. You've seen the guys running over the pole vault or the long jump, and the guys, they look after straight to the sidelines, and the coach is telling them various things because he's watching them. A lot of times when you do things, you don't see the mistakes you're making. When you go to a coach, they can point out those mistakes to you. And these are invaluable if you want to get up. You are paying for capability. A lot of people have a problem with paying for things, but they're not understanding what you're paying for is to increase your capability over a shorter period of time. So when we look about performance and productivity, you need time management. And not just a normal time management. You need to dive deep. You need to understand that it's the scheduling that's so important, the habits that are so important, and knowing that you're also looking at improving the categories within your personal and professional areas where you're weaker, that you put time aside to increase and improve in those skill sets. These are 8 areas, so just let me recap for you. So we look at love and relationships. Absolutely key to connectivity, to being optimize to keep flow state. Mind and meaning, the driver, the key driver, the energy that will drive you, the positivity that will drive you, something that has meaning for you. To learn and know, to constantly and have never-ending improvement, from Tony Robbins, to constantly learn to earn more. Health and happiness. Keep your body, your temple, keep exercising. Try and eat reasonably healthy foods. Okay, you can always have a junk day, but it's very important to try and keep yourself in a good physical shape. The other thing, wealth and lifestyle. So, as I've mentioned, your lifestyle can be a great conflict with your wealth building. When you look at your way you spend money, the way you earn money, the way you invest money, and the lifestyle. You don't want to have something, if you want to have more lifestyle, more time with your family, you start working 18 hours a day. It's a conflict. You need to think about these things. Career and business. What career would you be happy in? What business do you want to develop? A lot of times we land up in careers and in business that we never intended. It's as if circumstance overtook us and basically took us down the road, and that's where we landed up. That's why a lot of us are not happy. We need to understand what we would like to do, where we have some kind of passion, skills, interests, where they intersect, and build something out along those lines. Legacy and leadership. Driving for leaving something of consequence behind. It's well and good to be selfish, but really our value only exists in service to others. And all great leaders have understood this, whether it's Mother Teresa, whether it's Christ, whether it's any of the other great prophets, any of the other great leaders. It was their contribution to humanity. Albert Einstein once said if he could get a theory of everything, the TOE, and it did not have any meaning to the human condition, to human experience, if he had the ultimate truth as a formula and it had no bearing to the human experience, it would be of no value. It's all about the connectivity and the value that you can add to other people's lives. Productivity and performance, again, you're going to watch when you work and you're involved in business and you're putting effort into your family and your marriage, that your productivity doesn't slump. You've got to set a time aside where you are learning. Are you getting up 4:30 in the morning? The incredible thing is that we talk to a lot of people and they don't have time, they don't have money, they don't have the resources. As my one coach tells me, it's not so much the resources, it's being resourceful. You have time to go and do certain things that you enjoy, to watch certain TV programs. So you do have time to study, to learn more. And money, there's more money in ideas that are implemented than in gold. So you need to work hard, balance your life, schedule your life, and try and keep these various areas, key focus areas, in balance. Otherwise, you're going to suffer in one area or the other and be unhappy in another. To keep the flow state, to keep everything moving smoothly as possible with everything that crashes us in life, is really to have a good system in place, a good time management system, a good learning system, and then keep plugging on it and keep plodding on it. I hope this has been valuable to you, to understanding that exponentials is really a doubling, a 10xing of your personal growth, a 10xing of perhaps your personal message and things that you would like to build out on the digital, on the new economy and digital, or a platform, something that you'd like to build out as far as having your own software or an organization, something that can solve really big problems. These are very exciting times, and we're in the most abundant times that has ever existed, believe it or not. We have the biggest challenges, and that provides you with the opportunity to create the biggest solutions, which will generate the biggest revenues. I hope this has been valuable, and we will see you next time in another episode of the Exponential Entrepreneur Academy.